everyone. So I've been debating if I actually want to do another video for this one or just show you what I've been doing in the other games, but today I decided to get this one started since I found out another chapter will be dropping soon. So let's get right on in there. And this time I made sure the microphone was working. Wasteland. On December 31st, 2019, the entire... Wait, now it's 2019? Bro, you said 2020 last time. Okay, make up your mind, Japan. Good grief. The entirety of human history was erased in a single stroke. Every trace of civilization was wiped out, and in its place, the earth was left a bleached wasteland. No one knew why or how it was done. All that was clear is that humanity had been utterly defeated. I'm trying to figure out how to figure this timeline work, because one minute you're saying 2020, and now you're saying 2019. Alright, the typo's getting out of hand here. You're reaching Arknight's level with that. No, it's worse than that. We never even had a chance to fight back. Our destroyer was known as the Foreign God, a being from a distant star wielding unfathomable power. Entity, we have a message for all of humanity. This planet will soon be reborn as an old, brand new world. Human civilization was a mistake. What in the heck is going on, man? The path of our growth was incorrect. In what way or form? And so I have made my decision. I will revolt against all of human history, proper human history. Y'all ain't even proper. We are about to fill this world with inhuman mystic secrets. We will restore the age of gods. To that end, the gods have descended from a far-off galaxy, and in their wisdom, they have used 7 seas to select new leaders. And how do you know that's even the foreign gods? Gotta take it out. These leaders will embark... Oh my goodness. These leaders will make this planet as they see fit, and the one who reigns supreme shall be given the right to renew the world itself. The life forms of proper human history will not be permitted to take part in this world, or even to view it from the sidelines. Trees of creation have sprung up all across the land. Now all the whole humanity endeavors will be set aside, frozen. My name is Woldum, Kishtaria Woldum. I pray I said that right. On behalf of the 7 cryptors, I have a message for those of you who escaped from Chaldea. No, rather, I have a message for the scant few remnants of the human race. We will be the inheritors of this planet's history. I bet. Cryptors, the 7 masters of the old Chaldea, who were supposed to save the world. David Simvoid, Ophidia Pharmasalone, I think that's how you say it. Beryl Gut, Codex Zeppelus. I'm sorry, I'll control myself. Akota Hinako, Scandinavia. What the frick is up with his name? I know that's not his real name, but still. Pepperoncino, and also why is he right next to the? You know what? I have a theory, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. And finally, their supposed leader and foremost disciple of Chaldea's first director, Kishtaria Woldum. The fuck? Shit, no. Okay, I didn't even drop that one. No one had even been certain they were still alive. But no sooner had they awoken than they turned on the world they had been meant to protect. Yeah, because they were a bunch of bitter... Chosen by the foreign gods, 7 cryptors were entrusted with caring for the Tree of Emptiness. The enormous tree that appeared around the world after its scoring. Each Tree of Emptiness was followed by a lost spell, a hypothetical history that had been pruned from the Chronicle of Humanity. Jinghack? There was a Russian lost belt, where humans had fused with beasts in order to survive in an ultra-cold environment. Alright, who the heck is giving this quote? Let me focus. There was a Scandinavian lost belt, where a Ragnarok gone array had robbed the world of any possible future. And then there was a Chinese lost belt, where a single ruler who achieved immortality carried the rest of mankind on their shoulders. Dang, that's gotta be a lot of stress. These and the other lost belts were to grow their territory, with the one emerging triumphant becoming Earth's official history. As far as the cryptors were concerned, their only enemy, or rather competition, was the other cryptors competing to establish their lost belt domains. The few remnants of the old humanity, Chaldea, were no more than a tiny bump in the road. Or so they thought. Before the world was wiped clean, the cryptors had mounted an attack on the Chaldea Security Organization headquarters and destroyed them. Chaldea was frozen solid, and race-shifting, the only possible means by which humanity could have prevented the Great Reset, was lost. The end of freaking Da Vinci hit us harder than I thought. I didn't want to see that again. But though many lives were lost, and the survivors were forced to make a desperate retreat, the last master of Chaldea still lived. Unless you count the twin, it is 2. Thanks to the Shadow Border, the all-terrain void transporter that had been developed in secret, and its cross-dimensional zero-cell traversal method, the survivors successfully escaped into void space. Having evaded the Great Reset, they emerged in the Russian Lost Belt a few months later, in April of 2020. They went on to defeat Codex Zeppelus, the cryptor assigned to the Russian Lost Belt. Okay, now that I think about it, yeah, that was... I'm sorry, my brain drifted off. Look. When the first prologue for daggum thing popped up, it immediately said 2020, or at least I thought it did. But no, it was straight on New Year's. My bad. Overthrow the Lost Belt King, Ivan the Terrible, and cut down his Tree of Emptiness. Then after another battle in Scandinavia's Lost Belt, they arrived at the Wandering Sea, a workshop that was home to the only other survivors of humanity who gave a really quick word. Now they have gained a new ally in Sion Eltnam, an alchemist from the Atlas Institute left in charge of the Wandering Sea, and are setting out to the next step of their quest to defeat the cryptors and the foreign god. That we just beat the crap out of China. So, how was that recap? Did I do a good job jogging your memory? You didn't have to do that. Well, what about Chinese Lost Belt? And the other things that happened? Like the events? I don't need to tell you about those. They just happened recently after all. I will save the recap on Gordon's grand adventure for another time. Wait, what? Hey, I got. Are they talking about that Christmas one? Hey, when that's gonna drop, by the way? Anyway, it has now been a few months since you returned from Chinese Lost Belt. What's your orders? Rest up. I'm going to have you head out on your next order, Lost Belt number 4. Where you will investigate a strange lost belt that has been repeatedly expanding and contracting. God dang, there's cat hair everywhere. Moreover, the captain will be joining in your adventures into a dazzling realm of India mythology. Really? Did you have to be that dramatic? Cat. Okay, note to self. Keep the cat out of the room. Of course, if I had known then it would take this long to get ready, I would not have hyped it up quite so much. My original calculation had me modifying or convincing Captain a bit sooner than this. Hey, it wasn't your fault. We all got caught up in that ordeal. Honestly, I'm just glad we were able to verify that we can actually race shift again. Indeed. We now know for certain that we are able to race shift from the Wandering Sea as well as from Chaldea. While the ability to observe time and space outside the Lost Belts may not help in our efforts to remove them, having more options available can only be a good thing. Though that's not to say some of us aren't a bit worse for wear. I see Director Goldov has your weight returned to normal yet. Wait, what happened? It has. Not that I had anything to say in the matter. I still don't think it's right that I was the only one who didn't get to go on break. Nor do I see why we need to be obsolete relics like race shifting when we have the zero sail. Come on, Mooney. You know I'm right. Tell them how you and the whole staff are just as sick and tired of race shifting as I am. What are you talking about? They're both mind-blowing technologies and achievements. You just got used to them, right? Also, I was on staff in the original Chaldea too, so if anything, I'm very more used to race shifting. Okay, seriously, when is this event coming back? Because I never experienced this. What the heck? You agree with me, right, Liu? Race shifting is way more fun than zero sailing, isn't it? Honestly, neither one's exactly a walk in the park. I probably wouldn't even be used to this. It's too good. Ugh, why did I have to be born so race shift compatible? Oh, never mind all that. Sion, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. You know that the Cryptor's accursed leader, Kistario Woldum, is in the Atlantic Lost Belt. I'm also told it's the largest Lost Belt in the world by far, and that the branch of this tree of emptiness covers the dang, oh gosh, is that big? Earth's entire stratosphere. How the fuck are we gonna cut that down? So what possible point could there be in making a pit stop at this Lost Belt in India? It's not a pit stop. We need to go there to ensure our chance of victory as high as possible. According to the I don't know how to say that. I'm just gonna call it Transme. The ocean occupies most of the Atlantic Lost Belt territory. And we are not talking about a modern day ocean here. We are talking about one from the Age of Gods, filled to the brim with ether and demonic beasts. I mean, that is another way to say it, but as things stand right now, we have no way of crossing an ocean like that safely. Until, if you were to enter the Atlantic Lost Belt now, you would just end up as so much seaweed. I see. Does that mean we can't get here in the border? I'm afraid not. Zia and I have been talking about it. And we both came to the conclusion that it's not just not possible to make the border seaworthy while preserving its existing functionality. God dang, why am I messing up all of a sudden? Just because it can sail in void space doesn't mean it can do the same in reality space. Each ocean requires a completely different means of traversal. And since the border is all-terrain void transporter, we can't allocate that many resources only to make it capable of sailing on real water. I guess we could technically do it if we made the hull bigger, but if we did that, we wouldn't have nearly enough staff to run it. Are you sure about that? A vehicle that size would need at least 60 professionals to be operated. Can you guess what resource we are lowest on just now? I guess that would be human resource. Mawar and the rest of the border staff are all doing their best, but... Yeah, that's just gonna be too much. Right. So you're going to acquire what we need in India Lost Belt. So you want us to recruit more people there? Are you sure about that? No, nothing like that. We already know that you cannot bring anything native to a Lost Belt outside it, right? No, this is a simple matter of earthbound coordinates. What you mean? India has everything we currently lack, so we are going to go there to get it all in one fell swoop. Is that not right, Captain? We're all done making adjustments and attachments over here. All you have to do now is personally activate the Aronnax Phantasma in India and attach it. Yes, I'll go with them. It's been several months since I started helping out with the border's maintenance. It might be as slow as sea turtle, but I can't help but have some affection for it after all this time. And I know the oh, good grief, I'm too used to saying the word phantasmal. Needs to be activated very carefully, with a precise ritual, and only add particular coordinates. I don't know if we can even use it in the Lost Belt or not, but we'll never know unless we try. That said, I'm the one who's going to decide what it becomes. That part is non-negotiable. Okay. And if I decide it's not going to work, I'm going to come back on my own. Got that, Sion? Sure, as your master, I am okay with that. Though I seriously doubt you are capable of being so heartless. We got a tsundere. So what are you talking about? We're talking about my coming along with you to India. I thought you already been told about that. Not that part. Da Vinci, do you remember seeing a steel pyramid-shaped object somewhere around the dock? Well, it's mine. I'd like you to store it in the border for me. In the worst case, we can use it as a shield. Oh, you mean that weird-looking thing that almost seems like part from a car body kit? Aha! Is that the Aronnax Phantasm thing you were just talking about? Yeah. It's not much use for a mermaid that can swim around the ocean freely, though. I can't say I know what it is you're talking about, but the more servants around who can keep me safe, the better. Thanks. Anyway, glad to be here, everybody. Oh, and don't worry about my seat. I already installed one for me. And it only takes half a minute more space. Oh, really? That means Cap's gonna be sitting right next to me. This is my big chance to show him what I know. I can't wait to get started. Are you sure about that? Alright. Well, is that our only objective in India? Does this mean we don't have to cut down its tree of emptiness? No, you will definitely be needing to eliminate the India lost spell while you were there. Given that it seems to be indirectly responsible for the recent racial incident. I got a feeling which event it is now, and I wish I didn't miss it. Dang it! The India Lost Belt. There's a very good chance that these histories that were pruned away after they were deemed unnecessary, contains significant and unprecedented threats. I have determined that we cannot leave this lost spell be just because it is low on our list of priorities. Besides, there's still so much we don't know. And not just about the Tree of Emptiness. What is going on with the Cryptors? Who are the alter egos claiming to be disciples of the foreign god? Every lost spell we investigate provides us with more data. Aaliyah, Mash, Da Vinci, Gordoff, Munoir. As the one supervising the command room, and someone personally wishing for your success, there is something I wish to say. You need to eliminate every lost spell. We have no choice but to fight, regardless of how painful that choice is. We need to eliminate them both to improve our chances of victory during the inevitable climatic confrontation, and to return humanity history to its proper place. Sion. Whoops! Scratch that! I should know better than to get overly serious before you have even headed out on a mission. I'm sure we will run into more than enough trouble in Lost Belts, so we should at least try to enjoy ourselves while we are in the base. Alright, that is all for now. Please be sure to review the particular of this mission under mobile device. This order will commence at dawn. Alright. Be sure to get plenty of sleep and come to the dock by the time we agreed on. Roger that. I just like how she left out freaking Holmes in this situation because the guy's smart enough to know. Okay, but seriously, is that a TV on the wall or is that a... Let me not. I'm thinking of food right now. What's up, Da Vinci? Da Vinci! Is she sleepwalking? Oh, Aaliyah, what's up? We have less than 6 hours until the mission starts. You should head back to your room and get some rest. I doubt we'll have many chances to get a full night's sleep once we're in the Lost Bells. Who knows when you'll get another chance to stay in a bed that doesn't rock. You might want to check your watch. Huh? It's time already? Have I been sleeping in this whole time? Oh my gosh, it was. Oopsies. I didn't really want to go back to my workshop, so I guess I ended up resting my eyes for a little longer than I meant to. Well, I feel silly. Anyway, go on. Anyway, go on ahead to the dock. I'll catch up with you guys soon. I think there's something wrong with Da Vinci. Where did she get those roller skates? Wait, she got roller skates on? As I had thought, Da Vinci is having some operational difficulties. Hey, Nessa. Wait, what? I have been behind you for some time. You must have been so focused on Da Vinci that you didn't notice. I guess we got to keep her. Yay! In any case, this is a good chance to tell you this. You can't let Da Vinci push herself too much. She is doing everything Leonardo da Vinci would, but what? Oh god, this is why I hate the way how they wrote her. Shoot. She is doing everything Leonardo da Vinci would be doing, but while in a much smaller body. that obviously puts tremendous strain on her now. You must be aware of that. She may have inherited Leonardo da Vinci's duties, but she is a pseudo-servant, just like me. I mean, just like MASH. God. Like I said, please stop breaking this up. For goodness sake. We may differ in format, but she and I are very similar. I understand how she is feeling. No scratch that I do not know how she is feeling. Da Vinci is so strong. God damn, Nezzo. I said too much. My apologies. So please, keep this between us. Promise? Oh, dang, that is slick a spoiler, because I did read her story. My bad. I'm coming along to the India Lost Belt. I hope we can continue to get along. Glad to have you with us again. Understood. I promise I will not let you down. That said, the jewel in my chest is acting up a bit. I don't think this has ever happened to me before. Journey to the West. The India Lost Belt is a very bad place. Every part of my spirit origin is warning me not to go. Okay, Journey to the West. Did they ever go to India? Because, I mean... maybe I do need to read that book. Even so, every lost belt is dangerous. I am the Crown Prince Neza. I must not back down from a challenge. If things go bad... 3... I know you will help me. I'm sure I have nothing to worry about. Let's go. The others are waiting. Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry I'm late. I can't believe it took so long to get ready. I think we should leave Da Vinci behind. She's sleepwalking, yo. It looks like you're all here. Then let's begin the final roundabout. Your destination is the India Lost Belt. Your objective is to help Captain gain experience power of the Shadow Border, explore the India Lost Belt, and ultimately eliminate it. Captain and I will handle the Shadow Border side of things, so please do not concern yourself with that. What I would like you to focus on, Master Aaliyah, is cutting down the India Tree of Emptiness. I estimate you should have room in the border to fit about 20 days worth of supplies. While the Ornox Phantasm will be loaded into the hangar as supplemental equipment, you will not need to account for it in battle, as it is not meant for offensive purpose. Okay. I take it we will be summoning reinforcement service within the Lost Belt again, as we have done thus far? Correct. From here, you will need to travel across void space to get close to the India Lost Belt. And from there, you will need to immediately undergo another Zero Sail in order to make your way inside. Consecutive zeros. Oh my goodness, I was trying to figure out that word. Consecutive zero cells are draining, even for servants, and Da Vinci Protection Safeguard can only do so much. So I think it's best if we keep no more than 3 servants on standby in the border. And no matter how many servants we win over to our side in the future, we will only be able to take 3 of them into the Lost Belt with us. That is how it works. That is how it works out, yes. I am not saying we can never send more than 3 if we really have to, but the servers summoned inside a Lost Belt are more powerful. Anyway. So when you get there, I'd like you to secure a ley line and use MASH Holy Relic to form contracts with new heroic spirits, just like you have in the other Lost Belts. Okay. Alright then, as the Wandering Sea Commander Room Supervisor, I have an order for those of you on the field team. As for this moment, Novum Chaldea will be transitioning into its first battle position. Field team, go ahead and board the order. Starting with Master Aaliyah. Aye aye, Captain. Once I have confirmed all of your vitals are green, you will begin a 0 cell. And officially commence Order Lost Belt number 4 along with the sub-order Horned Monster. Make sure you all give it everything you have, and I look forward to your safe return. I'm gonna do a quick research and figure out what was the event that happened in between these two free Lost Belts. Because I want to play. Where to set out? Let's go. Section 1 Lost Belt. I already read the darn title. Ugh, I need water. Alright. That's a tiny bit better. Activating Paper Moon. Initiating Planet Navigational Chart plus minus. Convergence. Commencing Shadow Border docking sequence into reality boundary. Proper human history resemblance C. Lost Belt Death A. Firing existing verification tether into reality space. Anchor point at Heroic Spirit Virtual Nautical Chart confirmed. 0 cell complete. Emerging into reality space. Okay, I gotta admit, no matter how many times I see that, that is beautiful. Reality space anchor secured. Reality verification complete. Establishing Shadow Border's existence within Lost Belt. 0 cell return successful. About flipping time. Good. We made it to reality space. Oof. The valley shaking never gets any easier. Are you okay, Master? A-okay. His emergence felt a lot like the one in Scandinavia. You don't say. You got a good instinct, Aaliyah. Not so fast. Just take a look at how adeptly I am carrying myself. Why, I'm the very picture of dignity. A 0 cell is no worse than a drive in the rain for me. Surely all that wrestling must have been a dreadful sight, more difficult for a freshly summoned servant who never left that lukewarm base of yours, no? I feel quite as powerless as a krill. One are readily in a whale's stomach at that. Well, never mind. So long as I'm at sea, even the most violent upheaval is as gentle breeze to me. If anyone should be worried about getting seasick, it's you guys. The ship could and should be much more comfortable. I've never been out of sea, so I don't know how that would feel. In particular, I like to add a bit more in the way of padding to my cushion. A good captain must always take care of his crew, after all. Had I known how uncomfortable these chairs were, I would have prioritized making improvements. Hey! I'm glad to work together to keep the border system in good shape. But I'm not about to let you do tinkering with any tiny things like that on your own anytime soon. Even something as small as changing the air freshener we use in the bathroom could lead to fighting among the staff. I'm actually being a lot more considerate of everyone on board than you might think, you know. That's good to hear. But this is the sort of problem that should have been addressed in the planning stages of creating this vessel. You might have the most advanced vessel in the world, but it will do you little good if your crew is too low-spirited to make proper use of it. I guess the previous Da Vinci had no idea how difficult a voyage at sea could be. Oh, ouch! Well, you got me there. The last version of me was a genius, but she was definitely kind of insensitive about things like that. Still, she did make this amazingly capable armored vehicle back when nobody had any idea what was going to happen. I say that more than gets me off the hook for overlooking little things like cushions. Quite so. The next time we build a vehicle, we'll be sure to pay more attention to create comfort. Creature comfort? Really? In the meantime, we have made our way through the storm wall and are now inside the India Lost Belt. I did say that right? We should begin by assessing our surroundings. First things first, Mr. Monoir, can you see this Lost Belt tree of emptiness?
Yeah, I think it's over there. I can see something far off to the southeast.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a tree. It looks like it's crumbling.
Damn, this thing was already dying.
So, it has already taken root, as suspected. Furthermore, it appears to have already grown considerably.
I don't know if you say it's grown. It's looking kind of crumbly.
Well, that's just how it's supposed to look. Oh well. Well, like in China, Scandinavia, at least we know where to find it. That should save us a good deal of time. Then let's go. Cut it down right now.
Just like that? Are all Chinese robots so bold?
No, that would be too dangerous. The tree is very far away, and I doubt the enemy has simply left it undefeated.
Undefended.
Oh yes, that reminds me. Where we have yet to define this term for our current circumstance.
What do you mean?
But there is almost certainly another enemy we will need to face here, and that is, given what we have seen thus far, there is an excellent chance that there is a cryptor assigned to this Lost Belt, and a king who has been ruling it since prior to the cryptor's arrival. Yeah. It is therefore in our best interest to gather as much information as we can before we prepare to face them. While this particular tree of emptiness does seem to have grown considerably, it also appears to be in a fairly stable state. So we do not seem to be under any immediate pressure.
Wait, he said stable or unstable? Yeah, stable.
Of course, if things should take a sudden turn for the worse, we will have no choice but to act. But for the time being, it should be safe to prioritize investigating this Lost Belt.
Good choice.
Whatever steps we take next, we should begin by getting to the bottom of this case, or
only default.
This unknown history, that is.
Yes, quite.
Very well. We will start by gathering information. It's important to know exactly what sort of dangerous one is up against. Dang it! After all. I see. Understood for now. Alrighty. Let's see if there's anything else of interest around here. What's that?
What's what? What the frack is that?
It would seem there is something else visible in the naked eye here. Something far distant from the Tree of Emptiness. In its own right. Fascinating. It's very square. Very geometrical.
The heck is that? Is it natural? Man-made? Hurry up and scan it, man! I'm working on it, come on! It's no use. I can't get a read on it with anything. It's like it's deflecting any attempt to scan it.
I thought it might be some sort of magecraft-based structure. But if it doesn't show up on magical energy scans, perhaps it isn't. It seems all we can do is barely make it out with our eyes. Which would mean that, empirically speaking, we can't even be sure if it's truly there. I suppose one possible explanation is that we are all just seeing things.
As a I can't say as a daughter, Muffy. As a med student, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. You mean a mass hallucination? As in a vision from space? Warm hospitality, a frightening girl. God, my head.
Please calm down, Director. I'm sure that was just Holmes trying to make a joke.
At any rate, the only thing we can say for sure is that we have no idea as to what's going on. Now I do wonder if this may have anything to do with that mysterious girl we saw near Rush's Tree of Emptiness. I'm gonna wait. There we go. Okay, I get it. I'm running out of room already. In the case that we could also see her despite being unable to observe her with any instrumentation, then again, I suppose she did technically appear as a sort of blank spot on our sensors. Regardless, we still have far too little information to work with, so there's nothing to be granted from drawing conclusions now. I guess we might be able to get some reading if we got in clothes. I'm not sure about that. I can't say I'm thrilled about the idea of getting near that thing, but if you want to head over there and try. Don't be daft. Why would we try to go inside that thing when... We said near, not inside. When we don't know the first thing about it. Why, if something were to happen to the border, or to me, mankind's last hope would be dashed for good. We ain't gonna talk about that. No, our first order of business is to ensure our surroundings are safe, and then ensure I'm safe. Isn't that right, technical advisor and administrator? You're not wrong. Lost Mills do have their own population, so we know there's got to be a town around somewhere. I can't tell yet if there's one near that giant cube or anywhere else nearby. But wherever we find one, we shouldn't get too close to it in the border. Remember what happened in China? Yeah. So if we're prioritizing information supplies, I think we should start by looking for a campsite. Luckily, there's an environment reading are all stable, so we can assume we're safe enough to focus on keeping a low profile. I'd really rather not use the camo function if we can help it. This is a major resource hog. Now, where's a good out-of-the-way place we can hide the border around here? Aha! A Rocky Mountain over there looks promising. What Rocky Mountain are you talking about? Depends. Alright. We should probably decide on our plans of attack here. Just to make sure. How's that device holding up? The Aeronautics found as... Dang, why the frick did something to... Okay, I gotta stop complaining. Good grief. The Aeronautics Funhouse as quiet as a piece of coral. It's not about to wake up anytime soon. Wait, what do you mean by that? I was afraid of this. Even if we get to the coordinates now, I won't be able to do the ritual to activate it as long as this lost spell is here. So we won't be able to use your fancy new device or update the board until we get rid of this lost spell, huh? I thought that might be the case, but that doesn't make it any less sucky.
What did you expect? One can hardly hope to win first prize without taking part in a race. We will need to cut off this lost spell sooner or later. So if anything, this only helps simplify matters. Indeed. Now as usual, my duty is to defend the border, seeing as is the last bastion of hope for mankind and all. I see, coward. Only a match, as you two are our field team, you will be working, well, in the field.
Yeah, recon, we get it.
Given that this will be the 4th lost spell you investigated, you should be old hands at it by now. Shoot, we didn't wait. Nope.
Yes, sir. I'll be sure to stay alert while we're in the field. Like I said before, the environment here is a lot more stable than it was in Russia or Scandinavia. It's similar to China's climate in a lot of ways, but in addition to the physical heat and humidity, there's also a high concentration of mana in the air here. Ooh. That means you won't be able to use the portal stealth device I gave you in China, just so you're aware.
Understood.
Still, at least you know you won't need to use the Oloris boards or any other special transport equipment here. So you won't have to worry about that. Aww. Yes, ma'am.
Good. Just the sort of enthusiasm I like to see. That. However, one can't live on enthusiasm alone. Having just 2 of you out in the field is a risk I would rather not take. So the servant who will accompany you on your investigation shall be...
Sorry, I think this is a sensible decision, but I can't accompany them. I was not sent here as a combatant, where I tried to fight alongside Aaliyah. I would just get in the way.
I read it right in the way.
My job is to make improvements on this vessel. I may not yet be able to do so, but there is still a lot foundational work can begin now. The first thing I'm going to focus on is improving this bridge shock absorption. As I said, these cushions leave quite a lot to be desired. Hey, I was planning to get to them when I had the time, you know. Of course, I will accompany them. I have some connections to India. As well, I'm sure I can be careful. Right, India has historically been close to China, where they call it Oh, god dang it.
I forgot how to pronounce that.
I'm sure you're familiar with it. Thank you, Nessa. I'm very reassured knowing you'll be there to help us.
Nonetheless, Nessa alone simply won't be enough. And who else are you gonna send? Da Vinci needs to remain here on standby so that she can operate the boarder at a moment's notice if necessary. And Holmes needs to stay so that he can make full use of the boarder's instrument while he analyzes our findings. Suffice to say, Aaliyah, that you will need to bolster your fighting force if you are to carry out your investigation. You act like we ain't gonna already do that, but okay. To do so, you will have to try summoning new servants in the field. Come on now, computer, you can handle it. It was a shame the Atlas Institute servant wasn't more accommodating, but there's nothing we can do about that. I see Gori in a really good mood now that he has another servant staying behind who can keep him safe. Wait, Atlas Institute?
I agree you'll need to start by summoning new servants, but as I say, every cloud has a silver lining. It is silver lining.
I'm sorry, it's just hot today. Good grief. Where's the winter they promised to the south?
And this particular summoning has two of them. First off, electricity. Thanks to Sion, we have another disposable booster you can use, like you did in China. She said it's called a void cell. I gotta say, the Atlas Institute comes up with some really interesting stuff sometimes. As a refresher, just hook it up to Mass Shield and it'll provide all the resources you need for the summon. Unfortunately, thanks to all the time it took to make everything, he's only got enough juice for 2 servants. But hey, it's still way better than flying a kite in a storm, right? Second, I already found a perfect lane for summoning, and it's well within walking distance.
I concur. Once you have bolstered your forces there, you can begin investigating our surroundings in earnest.
Understood. We'll make sure to do that.
Oh, no time at the present. Let's go. You too, Fu.
You sure you're okay with this, Gordy?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, I just figured you want to say, hold it, I'm the director and I give the orders around here. Or something like that.
Oh. Well, I will admit, I did come up with a few authoritative directives ahead of time. But I ultimately decided they weren't necessary, given this lost spell seemed fairly peaceful.
And if there is no point in saying them, well, why waste my breath? It's only good sense. Of course there's a point to them. They're very important. Go on, Gordy. Hurry up and say something.
Oh, well, if you insist. And if it's not too late.
Hold it! You're forgetting something pivotal. What is it?
Your commander's orders, of course. We can't start an operation without them. Brother.
Go on now, line up. Back straight. Never mind the salute. Just listen up. Aaliyah, as the captain of the Shadow Border and director of Chaldea, here are your orders. You are to investigate this lost spell spreading across India land, and to find a means of felling that tree of emptiness as soon as possible. In addition to eliminating this lost belt and protecting Earth from this invasion, you are also to secure a path that will enable us to further modify and evolve the Shadow Border. Yes, sir. That's where I like it. When a mission officially is difficult, especially difficult, that's when you need to send them up with high hopes. We're really coming into our own as a team. I think we can give the old Chaldea a run for his money.
I'm not even gonna attempt to say this freaking title. You guys can try. But alright. I'ma just have to stop it right here. Because this computer can barely handle it. Good grief. Take a look at the map. Wait, that's all we can look at? Oh my god, it is a cube. That is hilarious. And there go the tree. I don't know why I thought the circle was withering. I guess because of darn visuals, but anyway. At least we know which direction we need to go. So, until next time, see you guys later. I just wanted to show this off. Because not only did I get her once in my main account, I got her again on my old account.
This chick is following me. I did not mean to badmouth her, okay? But now she spooked both of my roles, so I'm kinda scared for the Executor one. Wish me luck.